Well, social media is not only for the youngsters, but for us grown-ups too. So joining us live this morning is family law attorney Morgan Foster with some good social media hygiene for parents. All right, Morgan, so talk to us about parents, because one thing that always comes up is just how much personal information of your children do you share, and what's your take on that?
So I think there are two different ways to think about this. The most important one is to think about your child's safety. So when we talk about safety in social media, we try not to put specific things about birth, date, year, time, social security number, address, things like that, particularly if the post is available to the public. The other way to think about it is just judgment and prudence. And as I mentioned to you earlier, I have seen many a case that has gone awry for a client because of their social media. We need to think about our social media posts as forever, and not just forever for ourselves, but forever for our children. So think, for example, if you have a high school senior who's applying to college, you may not want to post on social media about how much your high school senior is totally lazy and hates school, right? There might be an admissions person somewhere that might see that. So those are good guidelines to sort of keep in mind as we're posting social media related to our children.
All right, so is there a danger in oversharing? Because I always think about things like if I'm posting a picture of my son's little league, I'm not necessarily showing the location or the league that he plays for. Is that the kind of thing that you mean when you say danger?
Sure. I think that we can think about it from a safety perspective, particularly if you're sharing widely and it's available to the public. Try to keep specific information about addresses or leagues or the even specific school they attend or things like that. You may consider blocking posts for a narrower audience when it relates to your children, maybe just friends and family, or starting a designated page for friends and family access with pictures of your child. You can also think about a dedicated and shared album that might be on Google, or it might be through some other platform where friends and family can access photos, but they'll need to actually sign in and be invited to join your shared album.
All right, that makes total sense. So I know you said this can present a problem for some of your clients. Can you tell us quickly, I guess, the legal troubles that you see that this can pose for people?
Sure. Here's a piece of advice that I often give to clients. And I often say it in the context of text messages, but also social media use. If you're going to send something or post something, imagine that post is going to be introduced someday in court in front of a judge that you've never met before in your life. If you would be okay with that happening, you're probably okay to post it. If it's something that you may not be proud of if it was presented in that context, you probably need to think twice about posting it.
Okay, makes sense. Tell our viewers where they can contact you in case they, I don't know, have questions or need your services for anything.
Sure. Usually when I'm on Be More Lifestyle, I like to post an article on my blog, which is www.divorcing-gracefully.com.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Morgan. Always a pleasure to have you here with us.
Always a pleasure to be here.